Next performer, a very funny man. Please put your hands together for Tommy Johnson, everybody!
Oh, what's going on, Underground? Everyone done with this rain? Holy shit. I'm getting seasick just driving into work. Don't mind me, I'm up here catching my breath because I'm fat and out of shape. Who knew a 30-foot walk was gonna put me over the limit? Actually, I had a really bad experience when I realized that total and complete strangers were more than comfortable telling me exactly how fucking fat and out of shape I was. Glad that touched a chord with many of you. I was out with my kids, it was a Saturday. My son referred it to the largest collection of people at Walmart ever assembled. You guys probably know it around here as the Puyallup Fair. I'm sorry, Washington State Fair now because they're pretentious like that. So we were there, it was a Saturday, we were in the food court because, you know, look at me. And it was, for a lot of people it was shoulder to shoulder. For me it was love handle to love handle. And you ever get that feeling someone's behind you, they're trying to get by? I wasn't trying to be a dick, not this time. I hear, excuse me, pardon me. Hey, fat ass. Exactly. So I did what anyone in that situation would do. I first put down the deep fried Oreos. $9.50, all right? I know value, I'm not gonna waste them. And I turn around and there's this woman in a hover-round scooter with oxygen tanks. And my initial thought is, how fucking fat and out of shape do I have to be a fat ass here at the Puyallup Fair? Little did this lady know, I had already lost 75 pounds that summer. Yeah, and I kept it off for 3.5 weeks. Until CPS called. Because her summer camp was over. A couple more court dates, I hope to have that finally behind me. But it fucked with me, it really did. Now, I live in Tacoma, but I work in Seattle, South Lake Union to be precise. Anyone who's been down there, was that precise enough for you? Anyone who's been down there during the lunch hour, you know, I mean, at any given day, I mean, there's 15, 20 different food trucks you can choose from. And they don't limit the number you can try in a day. But this whole experience with this lady at the fair really started messing with me, so I started making healthier choices. I started bringing a salad to work. Woo for salads! Yeah. With kale. So I'm bringing salads, and I'm maybe 6, maybe 7 days, you know, a week and a half as far as the work week goes, week and a half into it. My pod buddy, Brett, we share a cubicle, so he's a pod buddy. He turns to me and he goes, Tommy, I gotta tell you, you have really inspired my wife and I to make healthier choices. I'm like, Brett, man, that's awesome, man. Here, I'm just trying to do right by me. Now I'm inspiring you and your wife to make better choices. He looks at me, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just see how you break a sweat typing a report. Apparently last week when I dropped the pen off the desk, it was after 2 o'clock. I said, you know, I'm just gonna call it a day. Apparently I'm the only asshole he knows who can pull a hamstring driving into work. That's okay, because fuck you, Brett. And every show I gotta say that, because HR will not allow me to stay in the building anymore. But I will say, he was cool about it, he made it up. 5 or 6 weeks of badgering him, telling him how much he hurt my feelings. Wife and kids were out of town for a weekend, so Brett comes down to Tacoma, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make it up to you. I'm gonna get you high. Round of applause, where are my smokers at? Okay, now, here's the problem. At the time I was 39 and I had never smoked weed before. Exactly. You know, the idea of staring at a black light and, you know, a Jesus poster down in my friend's basement at 18 is fine. That's not a good look, expecting my dad to kick the door in at 39. But he shows up and, you know, he's got rolling papers and some weed and some other stuff. And the one thing I did recognize, though, was a bottle of Fireball. Little did I know this was going to be the most important ingredient for the night. He's like, you know, it's your first time, it's going to burn, you're not going to like it, you're going to cough and spit, so best thing to do is just kind of get yourself ready, we're going to have a shot of Fireball. Shot turned into 2 or 3, and I was feeling pretty good. So we smoked that joint, and yeah, he was right, I coughed and it burned, but I started feeling pretty damn good. He's like, you know what? You did so well, I'm going to teach you how to smoke out of a bong. Okay, a couple of you are jumping ahead of the story, all right? This is 39-year-old me, very green, no pun intended, but you know, I'm not familiar with all the lingo or anything. And I'm like, well, how do I do that? And he's like, well, have a shot of Fireball and I'll show you. So I sit there on the couch, and he hands me the bong, and I'm holding it in both hands. He goes, all right, you're gonna lean over, and you're gonna put both hands on it, you're gonna put your mouth on it, and you're gonna start sucking just like this.
Oh.
I was like, well, fuck that shit. I fell for this once in college, and I'll be damned if I do it. But ladies, am I right? Yeah, I know that look, because a couple shots of Fireball later, I was good to go. And it was good. I mean, I was like relaxed back in the couch and everything. I mean, this is like, oh, this is what I've been missing. It's like, you know what? I was gonna be a dick. I bought something else and I was gonna save it for myself. But you're such a trooper, I'm gonna share it with you. And he presented to me what at the time I only knew as an edible. But what I saw was the most beautiful, delicious, chocolate-looking brownie I'd ever seen. Complete with, you know, nuts and chocolate and little drizzle, had some caramel on it. I'm like, fuck yeah, look at me, I like my brownies. So I had another shot of Fireball. And I passed out. So fast forward, it could have been 5, maybe 6 hours later. I'm on the couch, I'm drunk as hell, I think I'm still pretty damn stoned, I got the worst cotton mouth in my life. And I'm also hungry as hell. And what's looking at me? But that brownie. So I ate it. What the fuck are you guys putting in these brownies? I couldn't get off the couch for a week. I had a staring contest with the wall, and I won 2 out of 3 times. I got a lazy eye now. I haven't drank enough tonight. You really can't see it, but I get drunk or I get really high. It starts kind of like doing this thing. Makes masturbating awkward, but it also made reading the label really difficult. So it was maybe 4 days later by the time I could finally focus and read it. 20 servings. Look at me, people. Don't put anything that is 20 servings in front of me, okay? I'm gonna eat it. I like my brownies. So when I was in Tacoma earlier today, I had this exact same outfit on, and pumping gas, and the guy across from me goes, "You look like an attorney." That's Tacoma for you. You, sir, look like someone who's been to prison. Because if you think this is gonna save you, you got bigger issues. My mom wishes I was an attorney. I mean, I went to college for 7.5 years. But all I got was an associate's degree. Even more offended should be my children, because their father was so ill-prepared to raise them. Took my daughter to an Iggy Azalea concert. Yeah, okay, yeah, Father of the Year right here. I didn't realize it at the time. Red flags for everyone else, not this guy. No, we were having a good time though. I mean, it was a good show. Except for the 2 45-year-old cougars behind us. We were tripping on ecstasy and drinking more whiskey than I normally do on a weekend. And it dawned on me, I've never had the drug talk with my daughter. Not because she's not ready, she's 13, she's a freshman in high school. Hell, she goes to Lincoln High School in Tacoma, and she probably sees more by lunchtime. But no, it's her dad has never been sober enough to have the conversation. Guys, I'm Tommy Johnson, that is my time. Thank you so much.